Hi, my name's Jack.
Hi, Jack.
Hi, Jack. I grew up in the old city of Jerusalem, in a family of 9, in a very, very extreme ultra-Orthodox community. So we had all 9 kids in a small house living together in one space. My dad was completely devoted to his work. Life at home at the time was complete chaos. It wasn't this opening environment where it was just like, how was your day at school, Jack? No, it's just like, Jack has food. Jack is surviving. We were all just for ourselves for the most part. Let's go.
How could you just let me go?
Until I was like 11, 12, I was basically I was not here. I was not in existence. Nothing made sense to me. I couldn't really read. So by the time I reached school, I wasn't even aware I was in school. Already from like kindergarten, all you're doing all day is sort of like learning God. You're learning about the Bible stories. So I'm sitting in class all day in a religious school system that all they do is learn the Bible by reading it and by looking at a teacher and him giving you stories about the Bible. How productive am I, a person who can't read, in a room full of kids that can read?
And I was just a kid, trying to learn my ABCs and how to ride a bicycle. I've forgotten who that was, but I'm thankful just because there was never love in that house. I had to find it somewhere else. I've been cast out like black magic, kicked to the curb like a bad habit. How is that even possible? You were supposed to love me the most.
When I was like 13, I sort of came into reality. I went from not being able to read to being able to read to being one of the best kids in class. I was actually a great student. And I was like, whoa, Jack, you just went through a transformation. Then I joined high school. And then at high school, all that matters is not how hard you try, it's your grades. And grades are about tests. And I couldn't understand why I couldn't pass any tests. And I just didn't see how fair it was where they can learn full books and I couldn't finish one chapter of the book. How is this a fair society? I was a good student, but how come I can't compete? This is when this sort of transformation in my head began. I was like, what's going on here? This is just me. I'm the problem.
You left me walking on a wire, above a roaring fire. How could you just let me go? I guess you didn't need me when I needed you. I turned out pretty damn amazing. Eventually I'll make it, even though you just let me go. I guess you didn't need me when I needed you. I guess you didn't need me when I needed you.
I went to a very high academic high school, like one of the best yeshivas in the world. And it was dorming. 5 kids in a room this size. And what we did is learn, study all day. And of course, I didn't fit in because the studies were even harder than the first high school. I couldn't pass the first test. I really did horribly. And the rabbi was upset. And that set me off big time. It was just me going into a loop, and every loop gets worse. I didn't tell my parents because the last thing I wanted to do is let them down. I wanted to be a good kid, and I was really afraid of their reaction. So I just was in that experience alone.
How deep did the spiral get?
To the point where I already had distinctive scientific reasons for why life is way better dead. Because I don't have to be in this world where you have to do good or bad, and if you don't know that you're alive, then what does it matter?
Sure to you it's justified, but it left me a scar for life, a chip on my shoulder that I hope to fill. Someday when my children choose to take a path and it's not the one I'd recommend, the difference is I will be there still. I've been cast out like black magic, kicked to the curb like a bad habit. How is that even possible? By the people who should love me the most. You left me walking on a wire, about for roaring fire. How could you just let me go?
In this really dark period of my life, I sat on our parents' computer. I remember my brother, like, he used GarageBand once or twice. The whole program made sense to me within the first day. And in the most cliche way possible, it was literally love at first sight.
I turned out pretty damn amazing. Eventually I'll make it, even though you just let me go. I guess you didn't need me when I needed you. I guess you didn't need me when I needed you.
You can't see right now, just look. This is Harris, see over there, Hebrew University, and there's Mount Scopus. And we'll go back over here.
The last thing I'll say is everything that's obvious and simple in the real world, and relationships, in school, and what a normal society looks like, I began seeing at 16. Which, of course, at the time, I didn't look at it as much, so I was just going through it, but there's so much finding, and there's a lot of shit that, I didn't know what sex was until 20, okay, but, no, not 20, I'm always exaggerating. I didn't know what sex was until, 19. I'm not joking, this is things I didn't know about. So you're discovering normal things that most people know about later on. It's also why I'm here, though, because I was forced to go gears. If there's gear 5, I was on gear 8 most of my life. And I was never able to take that gear down, which is something I wish I could be able to, but I'm always at gear 8, and it's what brought me here. Moving to a place like Amsterdam, doing things which are challenging, doesn't feel like such a challenge because I've been through so much that it's still on gear 8.